Welcome back, everybody. This is Play on Daily Fantasy Sports. Today, bringing you with my FanDuel and Draftkings NBA picks, as well as my two cash locks for Thursday, January 31st, the last day in January. So, as always, a quick recap of last night. Ended up being an awesome night. We had Jokic, Bagley, and Jaylen Brown on all slates going off. Great cash lock picks, and a number of our plays ended up exceeding expectations. One of the best nights in a while last night. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop right in, and we'll start off with our guards on DraftKings. So the first guy I'm going to mention is Patrick Beverley. He's been on a roll recently. He's got the narrative game tonight against the Lakers. I really like the Clippers players just to go off. The Lakers have a weak defense, and I think, playing in LA against their sister team, if you want to call it, they're going to have a lot to play for. The next guy I'm looking at tonight is going to be Reggie Jackson. He is extremely high projected, but also he's fairly cheap. I mean, 4,700 on DraftKings for Reggie Jackson is a great snag in my opinion, and I think he's going to be a reliable source of points tonight. And so next, the guard is going to be Kyle Lowry. Again, a fairly cheap play similar to Jackson with great projections and a good matchup. I like Lowry to be one of the top high-end players to get tonight. And so without further ado now, let's go into the forwards in center positions on DraftKings. And the first guy that I'm going to mention is Boogie Cousins. I've mentioned him almost every night. He's an 8K type player, I believe, on this team. And him and Draymond Green are going to be two of my three picks because they both have great matchups with awesome projections. And it should be a close game compared to normal Warriors games. The 76ers are a solid team, and compared to most Warrior blowouts, this should be a good game. And now my final pick on DraftKings is going to be Dwight Powell. With Jordan recently traded as recently as 30 minutes ago, Powell's a great play. He's going to be the center man there till Porzingis comes back. And look for him to be a top play. And finally, let's do the cash lock on DraftKings. And today that's going to be Reggie Jackson. Again, very, very cheap play considering how good he is. He's going to get a great opportunity to play well tonight. Milwaukee's not the best at defending guards, and I like Jackson as a lock on DraftKings tonight. So next, let's move ahead to the FanDuel guards. And to start off, I'm going to tell you this. All three of those guards on DraftKings are going to work. So I'm just going to give you guys two more to target on FanDuel, but the three guys I mentioned on DraftKings are going to be great plays on FanDuel as well. But the two new guys I'm going to mention, the first one is Lou Williams. Similar to Patrick Beverley, he's got the narrative game against the Lakers tonight. Projections are all over him, a weak defense. I like Lou Will to have a big game tonight in his home arena, even though I believe they're the away team tonight. And then finally, my last pick for FanDuel guards is going to be Wesley Matthews. Doncic is looking like he's not going to play tonight, and so that means Matthews should get plenty of run as he'll bring the ball up. Smith Jr.'s out, and he's really, I think, set to be in a good position to help dominate. And so finally, let's move into the forwards and centers on DraftKings. And the first one I'm going to mention is going to be a two-way, two-type of guy play, and that's going to be Maxi Kleber and Dwight Powell. Both are excellent punts tonight, especially with the Mavericks situation going on. They're in line for lots of minutes, very cheap. Really, you can't go wrong with either of them. Great punts. And my next pick is going to be Kevin Durant. With some of these punts, it's looking like you're going to be able to play a few expensive players. Durant, I think, is underpriced. 9,400. I think he should be 1,000 more. He's got a good matchup in what should be a close Warriors game, similar to as what I had said with Cousins and Green. So I really like Kevin Durant tonight as a play on FanDuel. And finally, the last pick of the night is going to be Montrezl Harrell. I'm all on the Clippers tonight. I think they all go nuts against the Lakers. And I'd love to see Montrez have a monster game against his crosstown rival. So finally, let's go ahead and say the cash lock on FanDuel. And today the cash lock is going to be the Dwight Powell, Maxi Kleber punt combo. You could honestly try to play both of them. That may be viable. But for sure, you're going to want to have one of them tonight. With DeAndre Jordan recently traded, they're in line for a boatload of minutes. And I like both plays. So thanks as always for tuning into this video. If you have any comments, feel free to leave them, and be sure to like and subscribe if you want to continue seeing daily videos giving out my top plays from an experienced DFS player. Thanks.